Welcome to Phantastic Feast. I'm your host, Phan. Today we are going to go all out really healthy. We're talking kale and green juice because sometimes we make some really rich foods and sometimes it's time for a detox. And these two recipes are really simple and it's really natural and good for you. And it makes you want to eat your vegetables and drink your vegetables too. So this kale recipe is kind of a lemony salad that is really hearty, and what I have here is lacinato kale or black kale, also known as Tuscan kale. I got this from outside in the garden and it's my prized gardening plant out there, so I wanted to save it for a special occasion to actually use it, and I thought this would be a good one. This is one type of kale, and then here I have a type of Carmody cheese. You can use either a pecorino or a Parmesan cheese, or you can omit it altogether. I have here a 1/4 cup of sliced almonds. You can use walnuts as a substitute if you like as well. And then you also have a 1/4 cup of golden raisins and then some panko crumbs. Panko is a Japanese type of crumb, and you see it a lot in sushi, as in the crunchy rolls and so forth, but this gives this salad a nice little crunch. You also need half a lemon and then some white wine or red wine vinegar. And that's all there is to the salad. Now, if you wanted to make this a little bit heartier, you can add shrimp or chicken, but this one is strictly kind of just a detox, no meat salad for me. So I'll show you how to do it. So let's start with the kale. What we'll do is we will get rid of the spine and keep the rest of it and cut it into little shreds. Let me get a bowl and we can get started. Okay, so what you want to do is you'll cut this out. I think this is a little bit of an extra step, but I think it makes a difference. When I eat kale salads, I don't like to have this spiny center in it because it kind of is a little bit tough. And sometimes I save this to juice because it's nutrient rich. And for those of you who have not jumped on the kale bandwagon, kale is so huge, especially in California. It is packed with nutrients. And considered a superfood. So whenever you want to feel like you want to be healthy, kale salad is the way to go. And the first time I ever had a kale salad was here in California, so that's kind of what turned me on to it. You can also use a curly kale, which is the more common one, but I like the texture of this kale, and since I grow it, I figured why not. I don't think traditionally kale is used that much in Vietnamese cooking, but as we grow older and stay here a little bit, it's nice to kind of incorporate these new type of vegetables and kind of explore a little bit. Okay. What you want to do is and then what I do is I like to shred it. I think out of all the kales, this is my favorite type of kale. It just has a little bit of a softer texture. All right, so first things first, what we want to do is toast up our panko crumbs and then also our almonds. We'll do just a light drizzle of oil for the panko. We'll do it one at a time. Right now they're still blonde, but you give it a quick toast and it'll turn golden brown. Once our panko crumbs are toasted, we'll add our almonds. While this is a really simple salad, it is just a little bit of assembling, but I think it's worth it. Just do all these little steps. It's like a little surprise every time you take a bite. There's almonds, there's panko, there's raisins, and a bit of cheese in there. Not too heavy. Before you know it, you've eaten a whole bunch of kale, so that's always a good thing. And I think a lot of the things that inspire me to cook is the fact that I've eaten something or a variation of it outside, and then I think I can do it at home for cheaper and fresher. And how much fresher can you get than straight from the garden, homegrown kale? So, but I mean, I can only make one salad because my kale is pretty much all gone now, so you know, but at least you do it once and then you're like, okay, that was worth all that time and effort watering it and gardening it. So our almonds are pretty much toasted. Take it off the heat. You could also do this in the oven, but since I already have the heat going. Okay. Set this aside. Okay. And next what I do is I add a little bit of vinegar. So 2 tablespoons of vinegar, red wine vinegar, and 2 tablespoons of water, and then I'll add the raisins for it to infuse. So this ends up replumping up the raisins so that they're nice and moist, and they have a little bit of the vinegar in there too, so it counteracts the sweetness of the raisins, a little acidity. It just takes a few minutes for it to soak up and plump up. And I'm going to heat my oven to 325 so we can make our pita chips. I'm telling you, this is so easy, and this is why I never ever buy pita chips, because it's so much fresher when you make it. So fresh. I saw it today and I just thought, okay, it's so fresh. Okay, I could eat it just like that as well. And I usually just take a scissor and I cut it in half. Then I cut it into triangles. Okay, the raisins are done. I'm going to take that off the heat. The only thing with pita chips is you have to watch it because it actually cooks very fast, and you don't want burnt pitas. What I like to do here is I break it in half so that it's really thin. That is what makes it so addicting, because it's not so thick, and when you eat it, it's a really light, crunchy pita chip versus the ones that you buy outside, which might be a little bit thicker, crunchier, but I like this consistency a little bit better. Okay. And all of your pita pieces are spread out. Then what we do now is we take olive oil and just sprinkle it. And then some salt and pepper. To mix this up. So that every piece of pita has a little bit of oil, a little bit of salt and pepper on it. Okay, and then just re-spread it out. Now let's bring everything back over and put our salad together, and once we put the salad together, our pita chips will be ready to go. So let's do that.